We begin tonight with continuing coverage of Rhode Island's recovery from last week's historic floods.
It's been a week since the flooding began, and tonight homes and businesses all over the state are still struggling to get back to normal.
In Warwick, crews continue working feverishly to try to get the badly damaged Warwick Mall back in business, but it could be weeks or even months before it reopens to customers.
Here in Cranston, workers are scrambling to clean up the flood damage at the roads on the Patuxent in time for a local high school prom that takes place later this week.
In Providence today, Senator Jack Reed joined Mayor David Cicilline on a tour of the Atwells Avenue area, where some victims are so frustrated by the flooding, they're moving out.
On the bright side, only one Rhode Island river, the Pawcatuck, remains above flood stage, but only barely.
Chief Meteorologist Tony Petrarca is standing by with the latest on the rivers, and Eyewitness News reporter Stephen Schuler is standing by live at the roads on the Patuxent.
But our pinpoint weather team coverage begins in Providence with Eyewitness News reporter Sean Daly.
Yes, first came the floodwaters and then came the politicians. Providence Mayor David Cicilline and Senator Jack Reed gathered right here at this shut-down bridge over the Woonasquatucket River in Providence and got a first-hand look at the flood damage. A week later, Senator Jack Reed and Providence Mayor David Cicilline led a group of politicians and federal disaster officials through the Olneyville section of Providence, the neighborhood hit hardest by the flood. Roughly 125 residents evacuated.
It obviously leaves behind huge structural damage, but it's also a very scary moment for families who live in an area that's been flooded. They look around at the structures around it have been severely damaged. The cleanup is enormous.
And
it's
the fear
overwhelming.
I keep hearing is, will it happen again, and when?
Yeah, I mean,
and how can you get at that?
There's certain things.
Or can you?
Yeah, I mean, this is the worst flooding that has occurred in 100 years, so you can't prevent it.
The flooding is forcing some residents here to move out. Their buildings have been condemned, unsafe.
I still have nightmares of the flood, of the wooden, because I had to literally walk in the water and I fell into the nasty water. I'm just going to start a new life and just put all this behind this flood.
As people around here adjust to life after the flood, one of the movers offered up some wisdom, no charge.
I'm not saying that I want a flood, but you have to deal with the flood. And dealing with the flood and everything else that happens throughout your life makes you the person you are.
At one point during the tour, a few frustrated flood victims got into a tense argument with a Providence police lieutenant, and we caught it all on camera. Stay with us for that, new at 6. Live with the Providence Mobile Newsroom, Sean Daly, Eyewitness News.